It's all right. It's all right. I'm just a little crazy under my film. What's up, John Rod? What's up, Danny? Health ain't so great. Family's all right. You know, my kidneys, man, I got some real bad news going on. I got some pancreatitis kicking off right now on top of a kidney stone that's blocking my urethra or whatever. And my kidneys are working at 40% capacity, man. Why'd you have to ask how my health was? Damn, now I'm getting all depressed. So, speaking of which, I see there's a couple of you guys on here. Like, I had hit a little depression state, this lockdown, fighting with your girl all the time. Like, I had hit a little stuck state, and hey, well, there he is. What's that good, my boy? You know what I mean? It was the worst day ever, dog. Really, the worst day ever. But so I had plugged in with my ex, my baby mama, after she go on, bud. She had me over for spaghetti with her old man, and it was cool. No, I'm good. Oh, no, I'm good. I think this is now. Oh yeah. So one of the homies just dropped in. You want to say hi to the world, bro? That's the whole world right there. This is how we be doing it up here. So, and what was great about it was, man, she opened my mind to so many of the old stories. It's just crazy, had me laughing, a lot of that shit ain't funny. It wasn't funny then, but it's hilarious now, Okay, let's see. Day 20, that's right, Kevin Powers. Keep pushing, my boy. Respect, I just want to feel good, bro. I just want to feel good, too. What's up, Danny? That's right. I'm sick to death of this lockdown. No shit, my boy. I'm telling you. Like I said, I was sort of stuck in a little, mindset of depression, maybe whatever the case was. All the little bickering here, back and forth. And we decided to give it a break for a minute. And, as you guys could tell, different surroundings, I'm locked up in a motel right now that I cannot afford. So, right? So, but it's cool, like I said, my ex had me over, my baby mama had me over for spaghetti and coleslaw. Somehow that's a thing, I guess. And man, she opened my mind to some of the good old stories, and just some of you guys will catch some of it on Patreon. So I'm introducing you guys to some of my PCP stories. I don't know if I ever had told the story of how I had the whole yard down. You know what I mean? So what I used to do is I used to get the Camel cartons, and she would draw PCP into an outfit and just punch it into each pack of cigarettes and just wrench them, man. And, could you imagine how much money that shit was selling for?
I wouldn't want to smoke that in there.
Bro, I had the whole yard stuck. They were talking about a riot during baseball. They were going to kick off a riot during a baseball game, right? Nobody could move, bro. They were high step. They were stuck, bro. I was giving that shit to everybody, every race. So I was like, hey, dog, check this out.
Did they know it at first?
No, yeah, I told them. And it was like fucking, and a lot of them, were the smart ones were like leery. They stayed back in the cut waiting to see what was going to go down. Like if we was going to put it to them once they were stuck, you know? So, yeah, it was fucking good times. I remember when I got out, I took her to Arizona with me. I'm thinking back on the days when I was a pup, they kicked it up there on the Colorado River, you know what I mean? Growing up there. And so I thought I'd take my girl up there, start a life with her, just getting out, you know what I mean? Like, I got kids with her, fucking, state maid in prison, you know what I mean? Maid bending over a vending machine somewhere. And she fucking thought Arizona was hell. You know what I mean? Like I straight took her to hell. It's 126 degrees up there. Good times for me, you know what I mean? I'll go down to the Colorado River. Great place to grow up, you know, like all these California girls would be coming up there and, you know, you'd forget their name 2 weeks after they were gone, but you had a great 2 weeks with them, you know, take them halfway out in the boat and be like, look, just gas, grass, or ass, or swim your ass back to shore. You know what I mean? So, yeah, good stories, man. I dropped some on Patreon for you guys. You guys are getting quite a few of the PCP stories because they're really the funniest ones, man. Like that, like I said, that shit wasn't funny then, but it's funny now. He was in the hospital. Yeah, I'm probably going back tomorrow to see if they'll do the operation maybe Monday. You know, I'm just trying to make everything fit. You know, my car seems to be fuckery. Everything shits at once, right? I swear if it was raining pussies, I'd still get hit with a dick. You know, and it's just a fact. So 12 thumbs up to 58 people on here so far. Oh, come on, guys. We can do better than that. Jordan, hang tight, bro. It ain't shit. It ain't worth it. Wait, what's going on, Jordan? What's up, brother? What am I missing here? Been clean for 2 days. That's right, Danny. Keep pushing, man. Respect. Trying is lying, my boy. Just stay sober. You know? Don't try nothing, man. You'll fail everything you try. You know what I mean? Just fucking do it. It's that simple. It really is, too. It's that hard, too. You know what I mean? It's that simple and it's that hard as well. So let's keep that in mind. 4F Club, find them, finger them, fuck them, and forget them. Yeah, the 5 Ps, pistol packing, pussy pumping Peckerwood, something like that. You know, all them fucking, you'd see the 3 dots on people and then you see 5 dots on people. You know, what's that for? 5 Ps, pistol packing, pussy pumping Peckerwood. You know, talking in French. Oh, oui. No, yeah, why? No, yeah, no, yeah. Harriet wants to choke the shit out of me afterward because when I start doing it, I get stuck doing it, and I'll be doing it all fucking day. And she's like, I'll be like, oui, no, yeah, no. And she's knock it off. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. This whole little lockdown has had us on hiatus status, ready to kill each other. You know what I mean? 33 thumbs, 77. Yikes. Come on, guys. What's up, Major? What's good, my boy? Respect. You smoking any green or stay away? Nah, man. Like, I would smoke grass, so I don't knock those that do. For me, I would just have a fucking full-blown panic attack. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to wonder if I'm catching my breath, man. That's what happened to me every last time in the joint when I'm already busted, it was no big deal. You know, get up, burn a joint in the morning, fucking cooking some breakfast, break out the hot plate, you know what I mean? Turn on some muddy waters, some jazz in the cell, crack some eggs, whip them up, chop up some peppers, some onions, get the whole tier mad as a motherfucker. You're in there cooking and just bumping tunes, you know what I mean? Having a good old time, you know? Hopefully you got a cute young celly. You could get him to wrap a towel on for the day, you know what I mean?
Stupid.
So, I don't have any birthday party right now. Well, I was 19 years once. So I don't know if I told you guys I released the story about Gene Flack. So that's who was going out with my baby mama when I was busted, and I pulled her from inside at visiting. She was there to visit somebody, and I cast the line. Caught one. You know what I mean? And this dude was mad than a motherfucker, and he had never been at jail and none of that shit. And he fucking, once he found out that she was dating a convict, he went and caught a murder fucking hire, man. He got life without the possibility of parole, and he just got out, believe it or not, man. And this happened in 89. For those of you that want to Google it, or what do they do? Google it, or right? That's what they do, Google shit. If you want to Google it, you can see who I'm talking about. That was my baby mama's boyfriend before I cast that line out at visiting. You know, I think it was the razor blade in the mouth that caught her. You know what I mean? And she was like, "Oh, this one's a real one now. what's up, girl? Those ain't silver teefuses. That's my razor blade. You know, NA party. That sounds boring. You know, but here's the thing: them girls got to replace them drugs with something. If you know what I mean. So trust me, sober sex is fabulous. I mean, it may only last a few seconds, but hey, there's two ways to get off with me, and that's with me or before me, and you better be fast. So yeah, I'm not stuck in that cloudy spot in my head no more. You know what I mean? Like, it was really cool kicking it with my kid's mom and her old man. And, you know, it's cool that we're able to sit down like that now. She's a beauty, man. She's a stallion, you know. She's 6'1", and she got hands like a mofo. You know what I mean? She will lump you up like, let's put it this way. I ended up doing dishes and taking out the trash when I was told to. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I got that, mama. Don't fucking lump me up. You know, she was good breeding stock, though. You know what I mean? Like, I made some beautiful kids, man. They're big old warriors. Yeah, I still got the bed. I'm just going to keep it for another month for sure. So, you know, I put it, someone's helping actually picking up the bed this month, you know. So for purposes of YouTube, we're just going to call him Jeff right now. Patreon members will know who he is. Good looking out. You know, the kid was a little worried when I told him, hey, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it this month. You know, like, I'm needing to use the proceeds. My car's fucking up. You know, if it weren't for Scripner. So Harriet's car took a shit in the same day. We went to the car wash and washed the car, and it never came out of park again. You know what I mean? It fucking stayed in park from the car wash on, man. It was a nightmare. And my boy Eminem out there, you know, he sent some birthday funds to help get the rent taken care of, and it ended up having to go towards getting her a car, you know, but at least some funds were there to help, man. And now my car just took a shit last night heading over there. It's a BMW, and the tranny didn't want to shift, and it sounded like a motorcycle. So I'm going to take it out to Magic today and see if he can look at it and see what's up. Badger's on a roll. Believe that. So what's up, Script, my boy? You know, hey, man, OC ain't that far away, my boy. You know that because I drove out there and put some shirts on your porch one night, if I recall. So we're going to have to plug in, my boy. We're going to have to plug in. You know, you're so greatly appreciated. You know, there's so many of you guys that are really appreciated, man. You know, Clifster always comes through, and it seems like when I need it, God talks to me through you guys, man. You know, my God's, they're just wonderful. I'm grateful for every one of them except for Loki. You know what I mean? I could do with him staying out of my life a little bit more than he does, because some of his jokes just ain't funny. You know, can you do your best crazy face? What do you mean by crazy face, homie? So, those ain't crazy faces, bro. Those are just my mugs. You know what I mean? Hey, appreciate that, NZ. You know what I mean? Mike S., appreciate that, my boy. For those of you that are going to do that, going to PayPal is much better. We get the whole proceeds then. Google likes to get their little 60% off of here. I don't know if you guys know this, like Herc's been considering backing off because, by the way, that's Badgers Heavy Hitters at PayPal.com. So Herc's a little upset, you know, too, because they're just doing us, man. Our algorithms are being fucked up. The thumbs up, that's why we asked you guys to hit it, because, you know, hopefully the algorithm is going to supposed to point to people in the right direction with our content, and they're not doing it, man. They're just not doing it. If we're not with their agenda, they're not hitting us, you know. They're making sure that we're not being brought into the light and given an opportunity to get our stories out there, you know. And our stories are stories of hope, man. You know what I mean? So if you're feeling hopeless and you're dopeless too, then that's bad. You know what I mean? if you're just feeling hopeless, man, I'm here to tell you that there is hope for each and every one of you. And just one day you got to get up and do it. It's like I told Harriet the other day, I'm like, you know what? We could stay doing this fucking fighting bullshit all day, or we can decide right now, you know what I mean? Fuck what you've done. Fuck what I've done. I love you. You know, let's do this, you know? So anyway, needless to say, she put me on the sidewalk. So kids are in Colorado with mom. I thought you said mom was in the freezer, bro. You said she was right next to your coffee, ground up and in the freezer. You know what I mean? Hey, you guys, so I was totally with the agenda of this cat that I don't know his name, man, like, because I don't want to put a name to his face. That was some horrid shit that I watched, you know, like this cop straight up murdering this cat, you know. But now they're starting to piss me off with it a little bit and making it a fucking race thing, man. It is not a race thing. Okay, it is not a race thing. It's not a black-white thing, you know, because I'm here to assure you that cops have killed every bit as many whites as they have blacks, you know what I mean? And especially, they hate us even more. White cops hate white convicts even more, you know what I mean? Like, you're fucking not supposed to be in here doing, you know? They hate us even more. It is not a race thing, you guys. And I can't even say it's a cop thing, you know what I mean? It's just a poor inbred thing, you know? That dude didn't have that coming, man. That was some fucked up shit that I watched, you know. He's got blood coming out of his nose. His daughter's watching this shit, you know. Like, that's some fucked up shit, man. I don't care what race you are. You're part of the human race, and somebody else is going to let... Why didn't someone else fucking... Hey, man, get the fuck off him. What's wrong with you? There's enough people around there. They're filming it, for God's sake. You know, like... And then they have... I know for a fact... that those people that came in and lit them buildings up with the masks on and all that shit, them motherfuckers were cops, man. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They were cops. They came in, swooped, Molotov cocktail, and took off. You know what I mean? They were straight police, bro. Just like how you dressed up right now, that's what they did. They came in and smashed them buildings, fucking throwing them cocktails off and setting it off. They don't think that they don't want us sitting at home fucking permanently. You know what I mean? Look at this. Copper wear masks. Come on, man. They just trying to do us. There's a bigger agenda that we're all missing, you know? And I don't want to speak on it too much because my algorithm will really get fucked up, you know? Guys, please don't note that as a white-black thing, a black-brown thing. It's not, man. It's a poor fucking moral individual dysfunctional thing. You know, because not all cops are flawed. I'm a convict saying that, you know. I bet you there's a lot of people out there that have been busted by the cops that I would probably like to thank them today. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you probably saved my life. Fucking, you know, I was strung out, whatever. I've heard the stories all over, you know. I remember... So there was this one cop, he was fucking gunning for me when I got out. He fucking hated me. You know, there was Woods and Schrick. Those cops were cool. One of them was cool. You know, the ones that called me the Shermanator when I was smoking dust, and they fucking always fuck with me. But this one cop, he was just gunning for me, man. You know, and I was thinking of something, and you threw me out with that mask on your face right now. What was I saying? He was gunning for me. Anyway, he ended up being pretty cool, man. Like, when they couldn't house me when I got out, I didn't have nowhere to go, man. I hadn't been around in so many fucking years. You know what I mean? You can't sofa surf when you don't know anybody to sofa surf at. You know what I mean? And how many ugly broads are you going to pick up at the bar that actually got their own place? You know? And most of them still got bar coasters and cigarette butts on their forehead from the night before, and you're still going to go home with her because you need a place to sleep. But that shit got old, man. And they housed me at Bridgeback. It's a halfway house down in Los Angeles, 6th and St. Paul. San Julian. What the fuck? Where did Reginald Denny get got, bro?
Of Florence and Normandy.
So that's over. It was over by Florence and Normandy. You know what I mean? Bridgeback it was. And believe it or not, it was hilarious, man, because it's an all-black neighborhood, you know, and I'm like one of the only whites in the neighborhood, and I'm out at that bus at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, bald head, big old fucking long goatee with, you know, braided up goatee with red, white, and blue fucking beads in there, just looking janky than a motherfucker, all yoked up. And I remember these cats drove up. They were going to smoke me, man. They were going to kill me, you know. There's no question in my mind. It was that type of neighborhood. I hear the fucking shotgun go, shh, shh, just like slow motion, everything, man. And my roommate was black there. They had put me up because I had nowhere else to go. They were either going to take me back to Chino because I had no housing, or they said, hey, you know, we'll bring you into this halfway house. You're not halfway house eligible, but, you know, if you pay a 25% of your wages, we'll consider it your housing until you figure out housing. And I thought that was pretty cool of them to do for me. So, because I didn't want to go back to fucking Chino, man. Like, that's what I didn't want to do, you know? So back to my roommate at the time was black, and he heard and seen all the shit that was going down too. Like, when I heard that shotgun clack, I stepped into the street in front of that car and I go, hang on, homie. I said, I'm not here disrespecting anybody's neighborhood or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm CDC prisoner right here in this fucking facility. And I go, if you don't believe me, they serve turkey legs for breakfast over there. You know what I mean? And the driver sort of chuckled. I go, please don't do what you're going to do, man. If you cut me a break, you won't see me again after today. So he looked back towards the back a little bit, like into the mirror, and he shook his head no to the cat in the back who had the shotgun. You know, that's who was going to reach out and dump on me. I know it. So he's like, stay to your word, Skin. And I'm like, you got it, man. You know what I mean? Like, fucking. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to start hiding behind. They had on the bus benches, they had like a solid cage with like the diamond cuts in there. I figured I was going to have to hide behind that each and every morning because I can't not go out there. I got to catch that bus into the valley and go to work, you know? So I figured I'll probably make it another day or two, and if he sees me, they're going to dump on me, you know? But they cut me that break, and my roommate goes back, and he's playing pinochle that day, and he's playing pinochle with some other blacks, and they're talking semi-loud, and the parole office is right there in the facility, and they're like, ooh, man. He's all, ooh, man, they was going to smoke my celly this morning. They rolled up on him. That cracker stepped out there right in time, said, you know, hey, chill out, you know. And what happened was the parole officer heard what was up, and he goes, hey, who's your fucking celly? And he's like, you know, that cracker badger. And he's like, all right. So when I came back to a lockdown. You know, I was put on lockdown. So I'm like tripping on, why I'm on lockdown. You know what I mean? I thought, why am I on lockdown? I didn't do anything, you know? So Monday comes, I can't go to work. You know, I called my boy and told him, hey, I can't come to work, man. And he's like, all right, what's up? And come on, 56 likes to 115 people, man. Cut me some love, man. I'm going to go on with the story. Hit me a few likes and I'll jump back in there. You know what I mean? You know, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So that's 10 likes. Come on, that is not enough. Y'all crackers, help them crack out. So they put me on lockdown. No, they put me on lockdown, and he comes in and he goes, hey, man, what happened? And I go, what happened with what? You know, and he's all, well, old boy told us that what happened? You know what I mean? I'm like, what happened? He goes, you know, they tried to shoot you. And I'm like, oh, is that what happened? Yeah, I guess something like that might have happened. But he's all, where do you want to go, man? So I go, I wouldn't mind going to Hollywood, you know? So he's like, all right, let me make a call. Well, he calls over there. The dude that was a sheriff that was on my ass is now a probation officer, and he was working there, and he goes, "Oh, are you talking about this whoop, whoop, whoop?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." And he goes, "Let me talk to that fool." And so I get on the phone, and I'm like, "Hello?" And he goes, "Do you know who this is?" I'm all, "Mr. Seersucker suit," because he always wore a seersucker suit, man. Yeah, that's who it is. He's all, "What's up? You need housing?" I go, "Yeah, but I'm not halfway at house eligible." So what they worked out a deal with me to where I pay 25% of my wages, and they'll call it housing and not violate. I could stay on the streets. He's like, "Yeah, I'll work that for you, man." So that was pretty cool of them. You know what I mean? They didn't have to do that. Hey, Shadley, appreciate you, my boy. They didn't have to do that. They looked out for me. That's what I'm saying. Not all cops are bad, man. Not all fucking. So let's not think that everybody hates a cop until they need one, right? Right. So, and come on, man. I'm a convict, man. But I'll tell you what. There's some animals out there that I don't want around my old lady. You know what I mean? Believe that. So, and they deserve to be where they are. And I'm sure people have said that about me, that I deserve to be where I was too. And you know what? With the mindset that I had at the time, fucking they were right. You know what I mean? They were right. I did deserve to be where I was at. So it's taken a lot of work up here. You know what I mean? I've had to bump my head a few times to get where I'm at, man. It's not easy because I still wake up with that ugliness fucking inside some days, and it starts to reflect on my home, especially when I'm stuck at home with my girl 24/7. We don't watch the same shit. We don't, we have one place very much in common that we both loved. But other than that, there's a 20 fucking year age difference. You know what I mean? She's a great girl. I love her. I love her to death. But, just sometimes people run into problems, man. So hopefully we're going to work on those problems. I'm all fucked up about it right now, but that's on me. So, and I'm part of the problem, and so therefore I know I have to be the solution, man. I don't really want to talk about it too much right now because I don't want to wish it, curse it or fucking fuck it up, but caught a sodomy. Yeah, but I got to drop down to tailgating. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So, took a while, but I got to drop down, yeah, it does suck, man. You know what I mean? Sell out sex life or whatever. Yeah, it does suck, my boy. Especially when you've been shooting toilet water and drinking Pruno for fucking, 20 years out of your fucking career. That's what that gets for fucking with the flag. All right, so Sonny Cat, I'm not even gonna really reply on that because, man, I don't care what anybody did, man. You can picture you being the fucking dude that's put in that position, man. That's a fucked up position. Some cop fucking putting his knee on your neck and choking you out. When you bend that guy, and I've been that guy, and my boy, let me tell you, I've been fucked up by the police several times. I've been hung by them. I've been hog strapped by them. I've been pressure point handcuffed by them. That shit'll drop you to the fucking ground in a second. I've had cell extractions. Trust me, man. It doesn't matter what fucking color your skin is. You know what I mean? It sucks to be in that fucking position, man. And fucking, I got some empathy for anybody that would be stuck in that position. All right, so we got a little fucking bell ringing coming. You know what I mean? We get clocked upside the head with a flashlight. I could go for that. You know what I mean? If I earn that, I earn that. You know what I mean? But fucking come on, man. Knowing you got blood pouring out your nose, I don't give a fuck what you did. You didn't have that coming, man. And I'm gonna say that to everybody. You know what I mean? And I'm in the 818. Anyone got a problem with that, man? And I'm not gangbanging right now. I'm just letting you know that's fucking fucked up position to be in, man. And it's not a white-black thing, and it's not a brown-white thing, or it's not anything. It's a people thing, man. That's just fucking wrong. So, anyway, they crossed the line. Yeah, hell yeah, they crossed the line, man. Why didn't everybody cross the fucking line? Why didn't somebody else stop that shit? You know what I mean? Fucking a net. So how many people you guys been choked out for real? You know what I mean? Or brutalized by any way by them? So I've been fucked up by them, man. Let me tell you, they got this handcuff point to pressurize your handcuffs. When they put them cuffs on you, that shit'll drop you to your fucking knees out of straight pain, man. You know? Yeah, if you came to my channel looking for fucking any kind of fucking support on fucking what that cop did, this is the wrong channel for that, man. Because, I've been that fucking piece of shit in their eyes. Yeah, I'm a PC. I got your PC right here. You know what I mean? Fucking. Hey, that's. Anyway, you're welcome to stay, my boy. You know what I mean? It's a PC behind a PC calling me a PC, so I ain't tripping on all that shit. It's fucking wrong, period. So anyway, I don't want to get too far into that. Had like 5 calls on him. No, dude, right? He didn't need any of that shit, man. Like, come on. Fucking, it's not a race thing, man. I ain't going for that shit. That's what's pissing me off is about they're making it a race thing. It's just a fouled fucking human being thing. So anyway, what the cop on his neck. So yeah, trust and believe that he gonna have something coming in on the inside, man. Like I seen him fucking whack a CO. I mean, he was a correctional officer, but he was busted. I seen him whack him in Palm Hall. It was the smoothest move I had seen in a minute, man. Tired too. So what was happening? No captain, and then before just right. I get all bills paid up. Well, that's cool. All your bills are paid up, Eric. I wish mine were, man. Like I said, if it was raining pussies, I got hit with a bunch of dicks this week. Pomona, that's some rough neighborhood over there, my boy. I take people out to American Hospital all the time, man. So, is that where? No, that didn't happen here in California, right? No. So, anyway, I'm sure some of you guys are convicts on here, and some of you guys know what it's like to be on the receiving end of fucking the old beat 'em stick. You know what I mean? A slapjack, fucking hell, the cell extractions, man. I remember mandatory cell extractions. I would fucking want to throw up every time I knew that it was a mandatory cell extraction. You know what I mean? First, you're going to flood the cell, fucking strip down, fucking put baby oil all over you, put fucking lotion all over you, put fucking shampoo all over you, all over the floor so that they're slipping and sliding when they came in, right? No, AA, you're right. It only became a problem because of the video, man. And thank God for that video, because I'm going to tell you what, man. I've been on the fucked end of that stick before. I remember we were in the county jail. We ended up having to call the ACLU because they were letting there's people sleeping on, mind you, on every floor back then. There was floor sleepers, man. 6 people, 6-man cell, and there'd be like 8 dudes in there. You know what I mean? People sleeping under people, a rack. So mattress sometimes not a mattress. But what had happened was the tiers had got flooded, and there was fucking feces floating around, man. Literally turds floating around, like little turd boats floating around, urine, shit, blood, and cum all over, fucking floating around that whole tier, man. And they let that shit go down for like 4 fucking days, man. You could not get off your rack without being in that deep of water with, turd burglars floating around everywhere. It was fucking nasty, man. And they, hepatitis was just fucking flowing through there, and they didn't give a shit, man. We had to finally get through to the ACLU to get somebody in there to come witness what was going down. It was not cool, man. A lot of shit has changed. You know what I mean? A lot of shit has changed. 1 second, please. Got on Sheriff's Department. Hello. They usually don't like that. Anyway, you know, oh man, prison is filthy, you know, like fucking starters. There's a bunch of savages in that motherfucker, you know. I know, I've been one of them. It's filthy in so many different ways, you know. The corruption that just flows through that place is just, it's sickening, man. And it's also fucking contagious, you know. One cop sees this cop rolling around in the brand new Mustang with fucking rims and Flowmaster 3s on it and fucking yada yada. And, you know, because he's moving a fucking can of tobacco here and there. And that can of tobacco is paying for fucking his college fund, you know. And so he starts thinking, well, damn, all I got to do is bring in a carton of cigarettes or a little ink or a little, you know, like, and then we got people like, you know, we like to play the old extortion game on them. You know what I mean? We collect a little information and be like, hey, whoop, whoop. You know, if I know you was over here, you know, that's why you always listening, always watching, man. Try and keep that closed so you could always be picking up what's been put down, man. And you could use all that shit, you know, fucking, you got to know who to push your weight on, though. You know, you try pushing your weight on the wrong dude. Shit, the evidence is out. Right. So so some people don't get our jokes, man. You know what I mean? We know they're jokes, but it is what it is. Anyway, what was I just saying? Yeah, I forgot. So they got this brain medication. It's a vitamin. It's called Brevidin or something. Check it out. Prevagen for the brain is what it's called. I guess it's like what's the clear jellyfish? It's like jellyfish juice or something that's good for the brain, you know, and probably all the alpha and omegas and shit in there. You know, it's supposed to be really good for your brain. And there was this older lady in there and she swore by it. She was 84 years old, and I caught her doing burpees at Walmart, you know, like fucking pretty much how you doing this shit, you know. She told me that Prevagen, she'd been taking this shit called Prevagen for like a little couple months now, and she remembered her grandkid's name, and that was the only reason why she was going to quit taking it, is because she didn't want to remember that little shit or something. She said, you know, she was a cool lady. She was joking around with me. I was like, right on. But corruption is corruption, sad thing. Yeah, brother. For uproar, it shouldn't matter what ethnicity. That's what I'm saying, my boy. That's my whole point. That's all I'm trying to get across. You know what I mean? It sucks that it had to be a brother of color. You know what I mean? Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Every single one of us fucking bleed red. You know what I mean? That's just blue to begin with. Let me tell you, I've seen it fresh and furied, but we all bleed red, man. You know what I mean? And fucking, if you wouldn't want that for you, why the fuck would you sit there and witness somebody else having that happen to them? That shit would not work for me, man. Like, I would have to be like, fucking get off it, motherfucker. You know, I wouldn't be sitting there filming it. You know, whoever was filming it needs to get cracked upside the nugget with a crowbar too. You know, anyway, I don't want to get stuck on the hate thing right now because it starts to brew. It's contagious too, man. You know, and they're already burning buildings down and shit. And I know that it was cops. I know they were cops, man. I watched the moves. You know, they all had on those fucking gas mask things and shit. Like, I know they was cops, man. I don't care what anybody says. You know their styles, man. You watch their practicings of everything. You know, you learn every move about them. You know, bah, bah, to the neck. You know, we practice shit all day long, man. Fucking, you learn pressure points and shit, and you learn a cop's moves, man. You know what I mean? They're militant about it. They do it every day, so you know their moves. And what I witnessed throwing them Molotov cocktails were fucking, you know, military at minimum. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was set up, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they would want to do that. I'm sure it's to get some form of money, get our weapons taken away. Well, there was no guns involved, so you guys ain't taking that shit. You know, the only reason that we were allowed to keep our guns, for starters, was Trump wasn't having it. That was like the end all be all. He was like, that's not going down. Remember, we were supposed to be able to overthrow our government should they ever get tyrannous on us, you know? And I don't know, are you guys witnessing a little something, I'm not going to get all political on here either, man, but like, I'm not going to be silent about everything either, you know? Like, I have my views on things. Does that mean they're right? I don't know. You know what I mean? They're right to me. You know, I try and pay attention to it, and I don't try and push my agenda on anybody. It's like religion, man. Like, I definitely feel that I should have a God in my life, and I do. In fact, I have several, and it works for me. But organized religion does not work for me. It was to control the masses, you know, and without a God in my life, I would not be where I am today. I know, because I tried this route without a God in my life, and I was still putting pillowcases over people's heads and doing some foul things to get what I needed, you know, and I don't do those things today. I P-R-A-Y today. I don't P-R-E-Y, you know. I don't know. Let it burn, baby, let it burn. You know, it's just wrong, man. Anyway, so she's downstairs getting spray tanned. Gonna try and get the car out to see Magic today and see if what's wrong with the Beamer now. You know, like, I just didn't need all this headache. I guess there's some new hustle going around that I thought about getting in on because, you know, it's against the government, man. I just don't need that kind of karma. You know, I make up. That bet is my karma. I pay into that bet each and every month. And, well, with the help of you, let me rephrase that. And thank you, by the way. But I don't need to fucking do that scandalous shit anymore. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. And for no dollar amount. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't sit well with me. I need to be able to go to sleep at the end of the day, man. I need to be able to sleep with myself and my decisions. And it's taken a lot of work to get here to be able to do that. You know, how I quit what? How I quit what? Shooting heroin? I be ripping them. Far lives matters, right? So, how did I quit heroin? Is this the question? You know? Let me tell you, it wasn't a fucking very pleasant ride. How I quit PCP, how I quit masturbating, how I quit what? You know what I mean? Like, let's put a little more to the, how old am I? Freddie Jr., I'm older than 50. I'm older than, yeah, let's just say that. I still work around you pups, man. And I'll still put some of y'all to sleep. So, you know, aliens are coming, brother. No, I believe we're all aliens of some form. You know, we're just trying to find our tribe, man. Where we get in where you fit in, man. That's why I tell you, birds of a feather flock together, man. You are the company you keep. You know, there's another YouTuber that was on the channel taking some of his videos down because I don't believe in telling you what the fuck you want to hear to up my views or something. How many times have you heard me say, like and subscribe? I will say like, you know what I mean? If you like the content, please say you like the content, man. If it helps our algorithm fucking to where we could get, you know, like we get paid 1/10 of a cent per view. I got this camera alone costs more than that. You know, this Mac computer. So anyway, you get what I'm saying. You know, like this shit ain't free and it ends up costing us money sometimes when we're doing this. So, you know, and by the way, that if you guys got a story, man, and you've gone from zero to hero to nothing but fun, you know, get at me. But if you're from Florida, don't get at me. Negative. I'm not fucking with none of y'all. I just can't do it. We made a decision, and that's from somebody living in Florida right now. Well, for monkeys, not aliens. I don't know. Where did the aliens come from? The monkeys? The monkeys come from the aliens? What's what? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Huh? We? Oh, yeah, we? You all right? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm all right, man. What, I can't have a little fucking fun? I got late all night. Fucking, I'm in a great mood. My force getting a heavy hitter. Yeah, it gets rough like that sometimes, Let's see. I'm Florida. Hey, man, salute to you. Like, I don't know what's going on in your guys' water down there, but we can't do it, man. Especially not Boston, right? It's a wicked storm coming. Get in the car. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to quit heroin. Help me. Hey, man. So get at me at badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com, my boy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell you something right now, and you're not going to like what I'm going to tell you, but it's not fucking easy. But it's so fucking easy. You know what I mean? It's that simple. You can't do it alone. Let me tell you that. Broken can't fix broken. So get at me at badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com, my boy. I got a minute for any suffering addict out there, man. No, man, I don't have a dog anymore. You know what I mean? Why, did you want me to bury my bone in your backyard? So, no, Eric, it is tough, my boy. It is. You know what I mean? And it stays tough until it doesn't, man. That's all I can tell you. Like, the answers are so simple and so difficult at the same time, if that makes sense, Dope over here. Damn, that methadon's like liquid handcuffs, man. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You fucking, come on, you guys. That shit is all great for a quick fix. It's like a Band-Aid, you know what I mean? To get you off what you need to get off of and keep pushing, man. You have a spiritual malady. That's what we have wrong with all of us that are fucked up. This is my belief. Now, it doesn't have to be yours. But you can stay shooting dope too if you don't want to believe it. We all have a spiritual malady, man. We're all trying to fill that void with something, that hole with something. And, some of us try sex. Some of us do drugs. Some of us are abuse. Like there's so many quick fixes we try out there when the fucking real fix is so easy, man. You know what I mean? It's so easy and it's so difficult at the same time. So... And it's really hard to find meetings right now, but it's really easy to find meetings right now, too, in the same aspect. Like, if you got Zoom, you can find a meeting. You know what I mean? Good looking out, my boy. I appreciate you. George, really respect, man. Appreciate that. So... You guys want this? It's not a recovery channel, Like I like to throw some recovery in there because I would like you guys to know that fucking the end of the line is not right where you are today. You know what I mean? If you're suffering and you're staying in that fucking, it's like being the old dog with a nail in your balls on the porch, man. When that pain gets bad enough, you're gonna do something about it. You're gonna bite the nail and pull it out, or you're gonna do something, man. You're gonna do something about it, and that something for me was filling a spiritual void that I didn't even know I had. God, good orderly direction. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. I couldn't fix myself, man. You know what I mean? And sure, being around a bunch of other like-minded people that were pushing forward to stay not using was a huge plus for me. I mean, appreciate you, George. Thumbs up back at you, my boy. Respect for sure. Listen, you guys, it's very difficult and it's very easy, man. I just don't choose to use any mind-altering you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I take blood pressure meds. I take hydrochlorothiazide. I take metoprolol. They just took me off of the uh, amlodipine, and like so sometimes I get cotton mouth from that shit, and it's got its little side effects, but I don't know, it takes your soul. It certainly does, my boy. You know what I mean? It'll take a lot more than that. So now, little man, tired of LSD, goofballs, cocaine, and hash? Someone pretending to be a friend said, hey, I'll introduce you to Miss Heroin. Well, now, honey, before you start fucking with me, just let me inform you of how it will be. For I will seduce you and make you my slave. I've sent men much stronger than you to their grave. You never thought you'd become something vile and corrupt. You'd rob and you'd steal, and just for a buck, end up addicted to poppy seed waste. You should have known from the start. It said in the contract, it's till death do us part. You know, and I bit into that for so long, man. You know, like that bitch would whisper in my ear, like, hey, daddy, fucking it's that time, you know, and I would give up my little sobriety time. And with that went my soul, my family, and fucking may as well just pull the U-Haul up to my house and fucking, what do you want, man? Take what you want, you know, or pull up a U-Haul to your house, better yet, you know. Yeah, I could go for some gator boots. Well, Maria Walker, I don't say don't take meds either, too, because quality of life is important, too. Just like we have to be responsible with everything we do. Like I know right now when I go to the doctors, and I know for pancreatitis, I know it's pain meds and, you know, clear liquid diet. As soon as the pain meds quit doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I get a head change from them, I quit them. You know what I mean? Like I will take them in the beginning if I need to, man. Like if it just masks the pain and gets me by. Hard intentions. There you are. What's good, my boy? Better well, yeah. Respect, man. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? I always like your channel, man. Like Uncle Mitch, he puts that solid shit out there. You know what I mean? I always tell my girl too. I'm like, you know, Mitch is that guy. He's those guys that, you know, they done those 30 fucking years plus. You know, they to the point. You know, something you fucking said has rang in my ears ever since. You know, what's the fucking problem? Well, a problem's worth fucking killing over. You know what I mean? Other than that, it ain't a problem, man. And I was like, that's convict shit right there. That's 100% fucking, you know, where it is. And, you know, we from the school, too, that motherfuckers weren't telling us what to do either. You know, they're telling each other what to do now, and then they're telling on each other for doing it. You know, man, we made a choice. I know this. I got told to do something, and I did do it. But I made a choice to do it, you know. Was talking to somebody recently about it. They had gone on my Patreon and they seen and they were like, fuck, that's your story, man? I'm like, yeah, that's my story, you know. It's like, that's some heavy shit. I wouldn't have done it. I'd have PC'd up. You know, like, shit, you don't think that fucking thought ran through my head fucking 5,000 times that day, man? You know what I mean? Like, fucking, my prison career is over at 17. Well, fuck. You know, there's a cat out here. I'm going to say this. He was up and coming. He was becoming one of the fellas, you know, and he got put in such a fucking cross by another up and coming one of the fellas that. So he ended up getting fucking booked up, man. They stabbed the shit out of him. They stabbed him pretty good. You know what I mean? He didn't die. I would like to put his name out there, but that's just not right. And that's not what I do on this channel. But his fucking prison career was over right then and there, too. And guess what? He's never been back to prison since. You know what I mean? When prison becomes comfortable for you, fucking things are rough out here. I can't get a job. My fucking food ducat didn't come. You know, I gotta pay what? Insurance for what? That's extortion. You know, like fucking
it's just, I don't know, man. It does get rough out here, and people do fucking tend to do the recidivism rate and go back to prison behind some easy shit, man. And, you know, but when his prison career was over, that motherfucker has not been back. And he was like that guy in there, out, bam, bam, to where he was able to prospect back then. He had been, you know, doing those kind of terms back and forth. And when he got fucking whacked up, man, he just ain't. So what happened was the blacks had taken some of his weights. So for some of you out there that might know this story, the blacks take some of his weights and stacked them over on their weight. And he came back on the pile and said, hey, only that's my shit. It was stacked with my iron, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't let it go down. He got his iron back. And the dude that put him in the crust, here's how the story went. He was driving iron with the blacks. You know what I mean? And I just told you he was prospecting to become one of those guys. And those two stories weren't coinciding together, man. That shit, homeboy put him in an ugly cross, man. And the other dude had been around a little bit longer and was liked a little bit more and was a little more intimidating. Fear is how you spell respect. I tell you guys all the time. And he got fucking stabbed up, man. And he hasn't been back to prison since, though. So I think they did him a favor, you know what I mean? So he got a few holes punched in him. Who hasn't had some holes punched in him, right? You've been down long enough. I mean, I got some holes in me. I got stabbed in the fucking tallywhacker, man. Right in the cock. Fucking nightmare. Anyway, maybe if I had made some better choices back then, maybe that would have happened for me. Like, I'd have never just made it to prison. You know what I mean? 17, there was no really point in going to prison, right? But I was one of those kids ready to sign up. Just, I guess that's what I did do. Anyway, you know, that last time when I went out, I went to GR and I was, they wanted me to go to work and all this bullshit. And I had to take the bus down all this fucking way to go to this grow classes and this and that. And I was like, oh, this shit ain't gonna work, man. And I told the lady, I go, hey, when am I gonna fucking go back? And she goes, go back where? And I go, to prison. She goes, oh, honey, you don't ever have to go back. You know what I mean? Like, you never have to go back. I go, fucking, that's great. I'm gonna starve to death. You know? Anyway, I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to go get a job. I didn't have to do any of that shit. She's put down, you know, basically don't play well with others and fucking, that was that, you know. And I wrote that for a minute. Like, I needed that at the time. I needed stamps. I needed to fucking learn how to adjust out here. And I needed this and I needed that. And I needed a whole bunch of shit that nobody was giving me. So I had to do it myself, man. So I was sitting on the fucking Democrat, give me a free ride fucking ticket for a minute, and nobody was giving me shit. I couldn't get clothes from the parole officer. I couldn't get bus tokens. I couldn't get shit. So everything I got, I had to chase down, man. And then fucking someone in the program, you know, invited me to meetings, and I started going to catch those meetings, and somebody gave me a car, man. You know what I mean? Well, first they gave me a job, and then they gave me half the car, and I paid for half the car. And that's sort of how it started. You know, my boy Eric from San Gabriel, Eric Ray, I love your dirty drawers, bro. And Sandy Ray, his mom, she didn't even know me, man. And she gave me an Astro van, which I ended up living in. I'll tell you the story about it. It's a great story. It's how I was basically introduced in the program. We're just going to call it the program, man, because that's what I did. You know, I learned how to function out here through other people. I learned how to laugh. And I learned I didn't, you know, level 4 mustache with a hard look all the fucking time. And, you know, like nobody, I was looking unapproachable. Shit wasn't getting me nothing, man. I couldn't even catch a shower at somebody's fucking pad back then. I'd show up to meetings early and I'd go in there and I'd fucking shower up, bird bath up, fucking look through the trash can for a fucking Starbucks cut, and fucking wash it out. And, you know, like that's sort of how I had to do it for a minute. And, that's just how it was. And it's all right, because if anybody would have just given me shit, maybe I'd still be licking on my nuts, laying around waiting to be given some more shit. But I had to chase down everything.
I'm watching the kid for a minute.
So, all right. So check this out. Yesterday, I'm down at my partner has a room here too, and their daughter is here with them, right? So she's like 12, I think, or something. So she calls out the mom, and she's like, "Mom, can I talk to you? Mom, can I talk to you?" And she's like, "What? Levy, I'll be right there." And so she goes out, and I guess the daughter wanted to apologize for, I guess she's 12, and it's that time, if you know what I mean, the little red dot thing, And she was being a rag to her, and she said, "I just wanted to apologize." And the next thing you know, there's another knock on the door. They open the door, and there's like 9 fucking big old strapping LAPD sitting out there, man. And I look out there and I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't want no part of this, man. And I go in the bedroom and I tell a boy right there, I'm like, hey, my boy, don't get up. Don't go tripping because there's nothing to trip about. But there are like 9 cops out there, What, are you serious? Like, I don't have anything to trip about. And I know they don't really have anything to trip about because they don't, you know what I mean? Like, what are you guys tripping on? You've been here, insurance is covering here because your house burned down and you're getting your shit fixed or whatever. So there's 9 cops out there, man. And I walk out and I'm like, what's really going on? And the cop goes, hey, man, I know you. Where do I know you from? I'm like, I don't know, bud. And he goes, where do I know you from, man? Where'd you grow up? And I'm all fucking between Arizona and a little bit of Santa Clarita and San Fernando. And he goes, yeah, what school did you go to? I tell him what school. And he goes, I knew I know you. Fucking, what class? And I told him what year I went to, what class I was from. And he goes, oh, wow. Maybe I don't know you. In other words, I'm an old fart. But he's like, no, man, just you look familiar, so familiar. And I go, do I look familiar now? He's like, no, man. So they call the daughter out. They ask her, are you being human trafficked? Like, they thought we were prostituting out this 12-year-old little girl. She's being human trafficked is what we found out. It's the front desk that called. I guess they had a problem with each other, and the front desk did this. They've been here like 4 months with the insurance covering it, and they're like, hey, they're human trafficking this girl, blah, blah, blah. So they pulled poor little thing out, and they're talking to her, and they're like, man, are you being human trafficked? And she's like, no. Where's your res? Anyway, she's so cute with her answers. She was just so cute about it, And like I said, the cop seemed like he was trying to make friends with me. Like, he was probably just trying to run a make on who I am and all that shit. And finally, I was like, look, man, my name's Whoop 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 Whoop. You know what I mean? I'm not on probation or parole. I go, you might know me. I do work with the youth offenders, and I told them where, and I do this and that, all voluntarily mostly. And he's like, wow, that's good shit, man. Maybe some of that is how I know you. And I go, there's a big old fresh box of donuts on the fucking table. And I go, check it out, man. I got all you guys covered. Let's all be friends. And I brought the donuts out. And, man, them fucking cops all turned red. And it was funny shit, man. Like, it broke the ice to where everything got cool, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like, it was some funny shit, He's like, and before I left, I'm like, anyway, that donut offer's still good. And he's like, it never gets old, So like, they questioned the girl, and everything was everything. So, we went back to watching Netflix or whatever. Yeah, man, it's a strange, strange world, man. People are just fucking vicious like that, I just told you what happened. Old boy got stabbed up behind fucking someone else being jealous of him and saying that he was driving iron with the blacks when really they just grabbed his iron and he took it back. It's just really all that happened. And I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? I won't say how, not that I wasn't there or I was there, but I know for a fact that that's what happened. And I know for a fact he got the shit stabbed out of him. And I know for a fact he hasn't been back. You know? It's like an old writer I know. What's up, shotgun? Anyway, we're at Palm Hall, and they come tell him, man, you need to come to the yard. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I'm not coming to the yard. I mean, like, nah, you need to come to the yard, bro. It's mandatory. And he's like, yeah, I'm not coming to the fucking yard, you know? Anyway, needless to say, he didn't go to the fucking yard, you know, and he had fucking, you know, some shit got put on his name. Let's just say that, man. You know what I mean? He didn't go to the yard, and guess what? He hasn't been back to prison yet either. You know, that's fucking 19 years or something he's been out. He hasn't been back to prison either, man. When your prison career's over, you know, you dodge that blade a few times, you're gonna fucking stay out, man. You're gonna start fucking going to work and doing what you gotta do to fucking stay out. You know, it's funny shit. No, I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's my point is, you know, people get so comfortable with the return recidivism rate going back and forth to prison, man, that it's pretty fucking sad, you know. But let a fire get lit under their ass, and motherfucker be staying up out of that place, you know. They, you know, I'm telling you right now, man, it hurts having holes punched in you, you know, especially for those that don't know how to sharpen shanks, you know what I mean? Fucking, they don't know you put the comment on the rough side, the water, you know, the water and comment is a mix, you know. You don't just want to go concrete on fucking steel. Anyway, that shit fucking hurts, you know what I mean? Fucking, it hurts when you cut your finger, you know, hitting them and it slide up, man. That shit hurts. So, who's hitting me up? Say, hey, ready? Yes, I'm ready, baby. Respect you guys, man. My girl's calling on me. I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys, let you know I appreciate you. If you're struggling, man, get at me. You know, if I can't help you, I'll point you in the right direction. It may take me a minute to get at you. I got my own problems going on right now, problems times 10. And, you know, like, I'm getting too old to be single too, man. And I get scared, and I have to admit it to you guys. I'm scared, and I'm childish, and, you know, I'm all these things, and I'm PTSD'd, and I'm all fucking, you know, half a bitch now because I want to cry over fucking my girl going. I became that guy that I used to laugh at, you know, like fucking, like, what? Who gives a fuck? You called that broad fucking 3 times today, bro. You ain't gonna see her for another 15 fucking years. Get out the phone, man. You know, like, I became that guy where I actually have some empathy for the individual that's been in my position. You know, I finally got to feel that kind of hurt, that kind of scared, fear, whatever you want to call it. Like, nobody wants to fucking admit as another man to another man that I'm fucking scared. You know what I mean? Who in the fuck wants to admit that? But it's the truth, man. You know, I can also admit that I care about somebody today too. You know, the institutions will teach you not to give a fuck, man. Step over the body. You know what I mean? Fucking move aside, fool. Don't be grabbing at me because you leaking. You know, fucking whatever, man. Like, we get jaded. And, right? So we get jaded, man. And jaded gets comfortable. Let me tell you, because you don't have to feel nothing for nobody, you know? And I've been that way. Fucking speaking of which, you know, and I'm trying not to be that way today, so can't always say that. Here's the good news: I got my feelings back. Here's the bad news: I got my feelings back. You know, like realistically at heart, I would say I'm about a 14-year-old retard, man. You know, it's right there blasted on my neck for life. Uh, and I don't know how to do things right all the time. And I don't know. And I had to turn to other men, and I don't watch what their mouths are saying. I watch how they're living, man. You know what I mean? Everybody's an interview for me in the rooms, man. I watch how people are living, and I choose my company that way. The guy that's fucking broke and still offers you a ride home, and I got $8, but I can get us a coffee or something. If you're good, we could stop at 7-Eleven, grab a coffee. You want Starbucks, you might want to go kick it with them fake motherfuckers over there, or rich motherfuckers. They usually, you get a few solid ones that are real and have a little bit of money, but a lot of people are fake, man, and we ruin our future relationships because of past relationships and the fakeness that they've been in, and we've accepted those behaviors as a way to allow people to treat us that way. Well, I don't fucking go for that. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to treat you. I'm going to treat you with 100% respect until you no longer have that coming, and I expect the same. And people like that aren't out here. People don't fucking get that out here. I'm surprised that there aren't more like straight up face blastings, with a flashlight or something, because there's been many times I wanted to peel some nuggets, man, and just not everybody's of the same caliber, man. Like fucking not everybody knows that you want to treat an individual the way you want to be treated, man. It's a hard concept. People don't get it, but that's really what's up, But then again, if some people had treated me the way I've treated myself, there's no question I'd smoke their ass. You know what I mean? Because I've treated myself bad at times, and thank God it hasn't been that way for a minute. And I'm not going to let anybody else treat me bad either. So, hence here comes arguments and this and that. So anyway, I got all fucking emotionally gooey feeling here. So, and I don't like that shit. But anyway, you guys have a blessed weekend, man. If you want to pay for this room for another day for me, go ahead and holler. I'll give you the room number and you can just call the front desk. I'm just kidding. Thank you all, man. You know what I mean? Hey, man, be the change you want to see out there. That's all I could say. Don't be that fucked up individual choking somebody else out, man. You know what I mean? That shit, like I said, it ain't right, man. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go try and stay out of the hot box with her and see where we can end up with this, I get there's going to be some separation time here for a minute, but I could deal with that. You know what I mean? Like, I just hope it's not on a permanent note. So with that said, don't call me Scribner, my boy, and saying nothing about it because I don't want to talk about it right now. But when I know what I'm talking about, then we'll talk about it. Anyway, you guys, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you giving me a spot to vent a little bit. And, if you guys want to hit me up at P.O. Box 572-875, Tarzana, California, 91357, please do. Mention any content you'd like to hear about. If you're on the new tier, if you're on validated tier, we'll be doing this together. We'll be yucking it up. I'll be talking to you this month. Make sure that if you join that tier, you leave a way to get in contact with you, via FaceTime or whatever. So make sure you do that. All right. Nanny Marie, appreciate you. Make sure you guys leave ways to get me to get in touch with you guys. You know what I mean? And sometimes it may take me a minute to get, like, I got the new face mask, the heavy hitter face mask and all that. If you're a part of that tier, you got that coming off the top. If you want to order one to help me keep the bed cruising, great. I'll show them to you. All they are is the masks, like the stickers that I have, but as masks. You know what I mean? They're pretty cool, actually. I got some, and they're white with red writing, and they're pretty cool. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. P.O. Box 572-875, Tarzana, California 91347. So P.O. Box 572-875, Tarzana, California 91357. If you need to get at me at badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com. I'll answer any questions I can for you. If you want to get at me at badgersheavyhitters@paypal@gmail.com, I'll appreciate you all that much more. I'm just fucking with you. You guys have a great weekend, man. All right? I'm going to let you go. Deuces. Appreciate you. It's all right. It's okay. I'm just a little crazy under my skin.